Thank you for joining me on another episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and we have a gorgeous day today for some gold panning here in South Louisiana. Very spring-like weather, and the storms passed yesterday, so we're beautiful today. So, without any further ado, let's jump right into our selection of the day at the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana, this table, and see what X marks the spot for today. Well, alrighty, we are going to get into part two, basically, of some dirt I'd gotten a few months ago, but it is some choice stuff. The second bag that I'd gotten from, there you have it, CHICKENMINER'S PAYDIRT, a 3-pound bag. Let's just get a quick weight on this. I don't remember if I did it the first time or not. It's always over, but there you have it. The 3-pound bag is 4 pounds 3 ounces, almost 4 ounces. So 4¼ pounds of dirt there for the 3.3-pound bag. Very cool. And as I said before, when I did the first video on this, that this was kind of made up special for me as a favor from Mr. Hammond up there, because I'd been contacting him about trying to get some of this stuff over the last year, basically 7 months at the time whenever I gotten this. And he had sent me messages back and forth that he was working his claim, and running his operation just did not allow for time to make up his pay dirt, and it just wasn't really worth his time either. Like I said, it went for what he was getting out of his mines. So he was had said he was going to try to have some later on in the season. So a few months later, I contacted him again, saying, you know, man, hey, I don't want to be bugging you. I was just wondering if you had plans on getting anything back up. And he said that he just didn't know when he would be doing it again, because his work was taking up all of his time, basically. And but that he was doing some bags for limited customers and people that, you know, a few of his customers, and offered to make me up a couple. So I was like, yes sir, thank you so much. And sent these out to me. $70 for the half-gram bag, a 3-pound bag of the unsearched, basically. He told me the first time when I'd gotten some from him that this is the closest thing that you're going to get to real, genuine pay dirt, you know, like this, getting it like this. And he's been pretty true, I think, for it. Plus, very, very nice return of gold that he would put in this stuff. So this is really a unique pay dirt. I've been making, I'm doing this one mainly right now also because I need to have more material. Thank you to everyone who's been picking up the Bayou Gold Guy Gator Gold with the gator eyes in it. It's really been getting a lot of requests for it. I've been shocked. So but this material is loaded with a particular kind of rock that is a very tiny gray. If y'all remember it from the last time, I had fits with it, and it is hematite. That's why it's non-magnetic, and it's such a pain to get away from the rocks, because it is hard stuff to move through. Now there you can see we've got a pretty decent amount of black sand coming out of this. It's actually quite a bit. Well, like I said, it holds more than it looks like there whenever you do your initial pull. It looked like a lot more than that. With everything that's like that cluster there, you can see that's a palm full of. But it clings to so much dirt, and I mean that's just dense. So that's really Looks like we still have a pretty. Oh, it's stuck to my magnet there too. It jumped the canister. Like I said before, when you want to clean these off, you can just wipe them down as best you can, and then you take a piece of. I always use Gorilla Tape, but any kind of strong tape, masking tape, or duct tape or stuff like that. Probably even cellophane tape. Will pull that stuff off, and leave your magnet totally clean. But so yeah, I mean that's a decent little amount of black sand in there, and then when you rub it in, you really get the pom-pom look on it. So, but the trick with this stuff is that oh man, that is holding in tight, and it just knocks them off on the. Losing it all here on the gold stand. Get that shaped off. So, all right. Well, we're gonna get some water set up and get a bit. So, like I said, but I've been putting this in my pay dirts because it makes for such a challenging material to get out, and people that want the harder kind of challenge on the stuff, you put some fine gold in with this stuff, and you start speaking of fine gold, is that I think that is a cool chunk I just found there in the plus kitchen strainer size stuff. Very nice looking little piece of gold there. So, all right, well, like I said, I've loved this stuff from the very first time I got it. And the first one I got, I'd gotten by accident because I ordered the wrong thing, and he was still kind enough to make me up a bag and send it out for me. But this stuff has never been in stock since I started doing this back in almost a year ago now. I started putting orders in for my material in April, and started my first videos in May. So, but this stuff, yes, has been out of stock ever since I've been trying to get some. So, I'm just really grateful for, like I said, Mr. Charles for packing this up for me. And like I said, I'd really love to get a couple more. I just don't want to impose on him about on his good nature for trying to get, but maybe I'll send him a thank you vial of Gator Eyes and some of the gem stuff in it for him, for maybe a little bribe, get me one or two more of these out. So let's get our water set up, and we'll be right back. All right, we're set up here. Got a little, actually I'm almost out of jet dry. I needed to get some more jet dry. Got enough for the job today. And we've got us a nice big pan of, fine stuff. So we'll start off with one here and see if we got the same stuff that we had from before, or since it came at the same time, or did we get it from a different spot in between? Let's get a better shot on that. And let's get our pour off pan here. So we'll dump off, try to keep our water a little bit cleaner as we start off. Pour off a little bit of the dirt and get that stratified. So yeah, this is from Chicken, Alaska. And you can already see some little specks of gold showing up, it looks like, in the bottom there. Like I said, I'm just really grateful, Mr. Hammond, for sending this out to me and being able to show you all this stuff. Because I know there's a number of people that have wanted to get some of this stuff from him, and like I said, it's a hard pay dirt to almost like trying to get the pan in a can. I know that most of this stuff's been sold out here for look at that gold showing up already in the corners over there. Yeah, the pan in a can up in Canada, those I did the large and the small can, and I got the large can again. They'd been sold out, and he contacted me that, because they'd been watching my videos, and you know, very complimentary about it, and was told me that he had 1 can left. I think I'd messaged him about when they might have some, and he had 1 can left. It wasn't on the website. If I wanted it, he would put it on, and so he contacted me and sent me an email saying it's on, go get it, and I was ready, and so I got it ordered. But that's how I got it, and that was, I think, the last time that I've seen that they had some of the smaller cans there for a little while, and but that was the last time I'd seen the big can. And that was some fun material and some neat stuff in that too, and it came quickly from coming from you know, Canada. I was surprised how quickly it made it down here. So yeah, that's some. We'll see when we get down to the bottom and do the wash. That's where that, you can see that gray starting to collect though. And we saw there is some black sand in here, but I think the bulk is the hematite. I'd made up a bag for John R. Prospecting. Actually, it was the gift vial that I'd sent him at Christmas. Actually, I think he probably just did the video on it if he got it out. Supposed to, and yeah, he got a hold of me. I said, "What the hell is this stuff?" It really kind of gave him a hard time. He was not happy about wanting to go back through the tailings even again, because he was fighting with that stuff. And he's the one that actually was telling me that has to be hematite. I hadn't really put it together, and then when he said that, it's like, yeah, of course, that's why it's the gray and non-metallic, non-magnetic. Yeah, you're starting to be able to see all the little flakes of hematite that are holding in the pan. And that's the thing; it's so heavy, it stays with that gold. And it's almost more challenging than working out the black sand when you're trying to move this stuff out. I probably could have washed this down a bit more. But yeah, definitely a different looking material. And I would say it was those 2 bags were made up at the same time, so I can already see that that yes, they are loaded with the same stuff from the first bag. I think, yeah, that's what you see. All these little gray chips there that are showing up. That silvery gray is that's the stuff. But yeah, like I said, you can see all those little gray particles there move very slightly when you're trying to walk. And see how it keeps the gold. It doesn't want to let the gold knock up into the top of the pan as easily either. When you tap up, usually you tap it up there and it jumps right up there. But it's hard for it to get through all that hematite. So that's one of the reasons I really enjoyed doing this the last time, because it was, like I said, a different animal. And actually, I think I'm going to go back through and classify it down one more time with my the next size down strainer that I have. It's for it's a grease catcher or blocker there that you put on top of your frying pans with the meshed screen to keep it from spattering on your stove. But it's again half the mesh the size that this is about. So kind of just to make it so that we don't have, because the smaller particles in the classifications are just as hard to get out as the large ones are. But when you're dealing with the smaller gold, that gold wants to move a lot easier than, once again, than that hematite does. So it's Like I said, this is just some fun stuff. So, and I need, like I said, I needed some more material because I've just gotten so many, so much response requests for these pay dirts now that I think so. And I've got a few orders. I'm pretty sure that came out of California from Julie and Mike Vendetta, who I have to say thank you so much for including me and doing that uh, on camera there when you were doing the live stream Saturday. I missed it when they did it in the afternoon. I was watching all through the morning the first round, and then I had to go out that afternoon. So when I got back in, they'd already done it. And I was just watching. I was just watching to get caught up. And then all of a sudden, I heard him saying "Bayou Gold Guy" and the dirt. Like, all right, because I would have sent her an extra bottle to just to open up because they were going to plan on making it for a giveaway. And actually, she got back home and she's like, well, she'd forgotten that she was ended up doing it on the pan. I was like, well, and instead of the giveaway, I'm like, that's fine. I was very thrilled to see it. I said it was a donation. Do whatever you want to with it. And so it was like I said, that was really really a cool thing to see. My pay dirt with Julie and Vendetta on the backyard prospecting toolbox sluice. It's it was like I said, that was I would not have been thinking a year ago when I was starting this that would have been happening a year later on the little channel here. So very cool. And but she was saying how people just loved it. The response, everybody was that was the kind of the hit of the day there for her. She was saying it was which was again, I'm just so flattered and humbled that people were liking the dirt from Louisiana. And I said that's kind of the joke on it is one of the two states in the union that don't have gold that I'm in, putting out gold. So that's the ironic humor there. But so yeah, we kind of, I don't mean to be dragging this out, but I just wanted to show what you're dealing with. I didn't want to cut away. We'll do this first one and get it through. But again, you can see when we're down to those bigger, that's all the hematite, all those little gray specks that you see there that are make it a challenge. And it's just you gotta just it's like working the black sand down. You just have to do it so slow and easy and methodically, and then try to tap it back up. And you can see that gold does not want to. It does not want to climb back up to the top of the pan there. It's being held by the. You just gotta really work it back and. Without watching what I was watching the camera. I wasn't watching the pan, and I ended up kind of tapping it back in together. So all right, well I'm gonna keep. Like I said, I didn't want to make this 20 minutes on doing the first pan there after getting this stuff exposed, but like I said, I was just wanting to show you guys what the level of this dirt is. So, all right, well, like you said, you can see I've got a good variety of gold working there from that little amount of this big panful. So we're going to break out the next size strain. Like I said, you can see that one compared to. I don't know if it shows up how it showed up best or not, but yeah, for the size, this one's about half again the size of the kitchen strainer for this. Like I just kind of bend it around to try to make it where it'll catch some of the dirt. So we're gonna do that. First we're gonna get the rest of this cleaned out of here, and and then we're gonna see about separating some more of this stuff down a little more, and hopefully be able to get all this beautiful stuff out of here without a ton of hematite hanging on with it. So, all right, we'll be back. All right, well, just a quick shot of what I'm doing on this is, again, that's that smaller strainer size. And I've just got it kind of bent so that it forms a little trough there. And breaks it down to the next size, and you can see there's quite a bit going through it. So that extra separation is going to help, because when after I got the gold, I'm still only just done that first pan that we were watching. When I started going through it, double check, and as you can see, if you might notice, we're set up out here in the yard now. We have moved the gold station out because it was full of flour gold. It was a lot of flour gold in there. Suspended in that with the black sands that were left, and the hematite. So that's we're gonna get them. Like I said, we'll have to get this stuff out of the way and try to be able to get that flour gold out a little easier, as well as the small stuff, because it just would not move out of the way. That hematite with to be able to get that gold. So, but yeah, I was out in the sun. I could only see it out here in the sun. The little flakes, and the little tiny pieces showing up. So we're gonna go ahead and work the rest of this through, like I said, and get it down to where it's a little more manageable, and we'll be back. All right, we've got Dingy Doris doing holding duty today. Old Krusty Rusty's poor southern relation here. She's that is pure, very fine sand there. And then we've got the above. Oh, there's a little speck of gold right there showing up, flashing in the sun. Very cool little speck. But all that little gray is, and what's cool about this pay dirt is that the same stuff is in this super fine grate, as well as in these big above kitchen strainer size pieces. So it's like I said, it's just wild stuff to do. So all right, well, I'm gonna get back to like I said, I'm out here in the yard. Hopefully the sun won't beat me to getting this done today, because we are moving into the we're past the spring equinox, so the days are quickly getting longer. So hopefully it'll give me some extra time to get this separated out here. And just a quick shot there. If you can make it out, I'm at the bottom of the first pan of the again reclassified stuff, the small stuff, and you can see that fine, tiny little specks of gold that are collected on this. So the shadows have caught up with me again, just from the angle of the sun going down now. I keep moving out of the shade of the house over to the side farther and farther. And, I'm running out of places to move to, because we're losing daylight now. But really fun stuff to do. So, all right, I'm going to keep getting the rest of this out. But like I said, you can see more fine gold there showing up on that corner every time you wash a little more off. And there's more. So it's just, and then like I was saying before, I go back and I'll swirl it around until I can't tap any more out of the loose stuff. And all right. All right, I went ahead and cleaned out the snuffer with the fine stuff here while I still had sunlight, so I'd be able to see it. And you can see there, man, it was There's a ton of fine, not a ton, but a good amount of fine gold in there with that stuff. And that was, like I said, just in the smallest strainer size there. So I'm going to suck this up into a separate bottle and keep it clean into itself, because I do not want to have to. I just spent 30 minutes getting it to that level. But that's part of the challenge of this stuff. Once you get it out, I mean, it's not just enough to get recovered. You gotta get it where it's clean, where it's the pure stuff. But look how tiny that is. So, all right, well, very, very beautiful stuff. Very cool. We're going to, like I said, go ahead and get this out of the way. I will go back through here and make sure that nothing got rinsed down in, and then we're going to move on to the next level. All right, I got my what you call it? All my tailings out of the first batch of stuff there that's so small, so whenever I go back through it, I will not have to reclassify it and be able to check it a little easier. So now we are going to, this is the next level stuff here. That was below kitchen strainer and above the next level strainer. Yeah, this has been a fun day of doing this stuff. I'll tell you that just that small classification took a lot of time. Between the little hematite particles and the quartz particles and the black sand, until I got it out of the way. It did make a difference as far as helping be able to get around some of that stuff at the end, especially that fine flour gold that was showing up in there. Always very cool. But yeah, the shadows have caught up with us again for the last time today. It's a beautiful day. Hope everyone's enjoying our chat, live chat on the video tonight. Good evening to all. Always fun doing that. So for next week, I'll tell you while we're doing this, I won the prize for the guessing the weight on Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting's channel, and it was some LXR pay dirt, and so I talked to LXR, and he was going to get it out. I was going to pick up some more from him. He's already had sent it out, and we're going to do a bag swap. I just have to, I told him it'd be, probably week after next before I could get it out to him. But we're gonna do a swap on the 0.5 gram plus bags that we do. And but he told me whenever he'd sent this one out, he also threw in a second bag of the 1/4 gram guarantee minimum of one of his bags, and he said he was gonna donate it to the channel. So next week we will be doing the LXR. It should be here. It should be in then. We'll be doing the LXR Rocky Mountain Life first prize. Guess the weight pay dirt. Like I said, I hit that one exactly. I guessed the weight exactly. So that was really cool. And we will do a live chat giveaway for the LXR donation bag he gave me. And y'all should appreciate that, because I've never done any LXRs, so I was, besides the, it would be real easy to get greedy on that and say, okay, well, yeah, thank you for the donation. We're going to do it on the, we'll do a double series or something. But we'll have another bag coming up in the next few weeks from him, like I said, when we do our swap out. And so just remember that, put that on your, mark that on your calendar for the live chat giveaway of an LXR Paydirt bag next week, next Friday. So I'm real excited about that. I had a real nice talk to him. He's a great guy, and like I said, he was one of the first subscribers on my channel, and really have appreciated his support. And and he's pretty savvy on this stuff, so he's got lots of good ideas. And really, like I said, really a pleasure talking to him. So thank you, LXR, if you're watching. He sent me some information on some other material that I've been looking for and looking into. So it's like I said, that'll be exciting. So yeah, it's time for another GAW here on the live chat. That was so much fun the first time. This time will probably be the same, but we might make it a little harder. Yeah, I'm kind of going easy on this, because this stuff, with that hematite in there, man, the gold does want to sit on top of that material like it was doing on that finer stuff, and I just don't want to risk. I'm only making sure that it's washing off the very top and not getting any chance to do that undercurrent and try to lift it up from the underside of the dirt, and then just stratifying the hell out of it all the way through. I would like to just kind of kill this one today and then be back out tomorrow, getting the rest of this earlier in the day. But I'm going to have another full day of flooring tomorrow, and I just won't have time to do that and get this out and then get it published probably by, or it'd be close to getting it done in time to come out for Friday night. I never know what kind of issues I might come up with. Yeah, we got a bunch of that little medium size. All that there is in the that gray hematite, catching that gold. And you can see how it sits on top. It does not want to stratify down on this stuff. It's like the hematite rocks are denser, heavier than the gold. And it just really makes an issue trying to separate that stuff out, not like anything I've ever had to deal with, like I said, on this, even for the first time. So let's see what I don't want to risk washing away. Get some clean water in there mixed with that. See in the camera if it's worth even trying to film this right now, if y'all can even see it out here in the mixed light and dark period coming. But wow, look at that stuff, man. You see that piece of gold just washes on down there. That is crazy. That is a crazy amount of just dense rock that does not want to wash away. So, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pause it on here, because it's going to be some time getting this stuff washed away. 'Cause like you see, it doesn't move like the black sand and wash down a little bit. It anchors pretty tight, and to do it hard enough to move gold. So, all right, hopefully we'll be back not too long. Well, all right, it's sometime later now, and we have got a clean pile. Check out that piece right there with the looks like a little fork in it there. That's some wire gold that's in here. I've seen a few pieces of the wire gold throughout this, but yeah, very, Very cool stuff. When it gets down to trying to get the last of this stuff out of the way, you just basically have to scrape it away with your finger, because whenever the gold, when it's down to this much, there's no washing it clear. See, there's still a little piece right there that's hung on that I did not. It will not rinse away. So, all right, well, we'll snuffer this up. We have one classification left, and I think we're going to have time to, as the sun sets here, we'll see if we can take care of the last of the. We'll do this one in a couple of pans. But I mean, just look at all that. That is nothing but pure hematite granules. That's crazy stuff, man. Like I said, I've never had a dirt that had that kind of stuff in it. So we did not classify this down in the steamer. So it does have some bigger pieces in it, but I don't think it should give us too much trouble wrapping this up here. Let's see if we can. Some pretty rocks showing up there. Yeah, it's just crazy the way that stuff does not want to stratify. The gold does not want to sink down amongst that material and that fine stuff. It's just, I've never seen it where it just sits on top like that. Some nice pieces there. Little chips that might be good to go in the tumbler for the next round. I felt bad after all the tumbling videos, and then I had done the last polishing stage and had filmed it, and then went to the parade and had the phone get run over and crushed, and it erased it along a few other videos that I had done not on paydirt videos, but on like making up my first bottle or something like that. I had to redo but yeah, so it just that video picked up after the soap burnish stage for the last. It still showed the final result, and like I said, there's some nice gold flakes showing up there. But I was really happy with the way they came out. We had some glassy finish on them, and some of them they didn't. I think they may not be the type that actually would gloss over like that, but. Overall, I was, pleasantly surprised with the results. Definitely will be starting a new batch here. It doesn't seem right now in the house, not hearing the tumbler rumbling lightly in the background. Like I said, it's almost, you don't hardly hear it at all. And y'all know I don't sit down doing this. I'm always standing at the gold station, and my sawhorses that I use for this are over on the job, so I have it sitting on something low, and I'm sitting in a chair to be down at level, and it's killing the back at this point. Yeah, that's a nice chunky flake of gold right there sitting on top. We got a good cluster going there. And a pile of hematite mixing up with it there. Hopefully we'll see if we have as much trouble getting this stuff to move. And the last of it here is, again, you can see that gold. It did not settle down in there. It's sitting right on top. Try to tap it up, tap it up, tap it up. We got a little more luck tapping that one up. It moved through. It moved through that stuff a little better. I guess it's not quite as dense as it was with the smaller stuff, and all those little gray rocks were blocking it, stopping it from moving. Another cool. Well, is that one piece there? No, it's two. It looked like a little U. One U piece. It's two little pieces, but they're pretty. Yeah, it seems like the little bigger stuff there does move. I guess because I can wash a little harder without washing the bigger pieces of gold away, so it hangs with it a little better. But yeah, those are very nice. So we can just tap it over and get. We don't have anything fine left in this stuff, so yeah, it makes a big difference being able to add that little extra force on the wash. Although that looks like a little piece of wire gold right there. A little V. That's very cool. A little V chunk there. But yeah, just look at those. You just kind of have to rake it down to get it out of the way. If you don't want, like I said, it just does not want to move. Especially when you get down to the very last of it and you've got it there mixed in with what little gold's left, and you. Tough stuff, man. Tough stuff. Really fun. It's been nice knowing that I had another bag of this sitting back. Kind of sad that I don't now. So there, we've got it separated out. Looks like there's a piece mixed in there with it. It's kind of connected. Okay, there we go. Got that one away. Get that one away. Man, that stuff just does not want to go. So all right, well there is that. Our first batch off of the. Oh, too big for the. Just got to get it the right direction. Oh, it's kind of sticking in the. There we go. All right, I'm going to kill this before it runs me out of time, and we'll get started on the other, and I'll be back. All right, we are down to the end. Quite a bit of gray rock there, blue gray rock showing up, as well as some very cool wire gold that's collecting in the bottom. Just look at that stuff, though. That's just crazy. It does not want to let go. But yeah, very nice, pretty little pile here to finish us off. Little ones here. All right, they're getting close to the edge and they're trying to run. That's when you gotta pull it back and start dealing with the rocks. Very nice gold. Trying to run. Yeah, Mr. Charles has some beautiful gold, that's for sure. He does still have available, if you go on his website, Chicken Miner, just call up Google Chicken Miner Paydirt, and it will take you to his website. He does still have some that he sells in vials of the pure gold for I think it's still $70 a gram, postage paid on it, in a couple of different sizes. If you are, might be a way to try to get a foot in the door if you buy some orders from from him and ask him if he's going to be putting any out, or if he could might be able to be willing to make you some up. But I'd make a purchase first. Get in on his good side. All right, we have another beautiful pile of gold showing up here on this to finish this off. Scrape the last rocks away. It's just does not want to move. See, I'm washing it, just stays and stays. Until you really, unless you really get a good wash over it and pull it down. So if that gold was any lighter, you'd be dragging gold with it. That's that's the catch on that stuff for sure. All right, another, like I said, just a beautiful pile of gold. Some little wire gold mixed in there with it too. So I'm going to get the rest of this cleaned out, and then we'll dump the snuffer out here and see what we look like before we take it in and dry it up. All right, I can't. My battery's about dead, so I'm not sure if this is coming out very well or not. But that is our final snuffer dump of this beautiful stuff here, and just in time because I can't see anymore and the camera's done. So let's get this in and get it dried up and see what we got here. All right, we are back, as is so often the case, with a beautiful pan of chicken miner gold here dried up, and it is some beautiful stuff. Pretty cleaned out, pretty well cleaned out. There's might be a speck of quartz here and there left. I think I got all the hematite out. Hematite. But look at all that. All that fine gold. It was like I said, it was quite the challenge. There's our little fork piece up there that we saw earlier in. Very cool. So all right, well, let's hit this on the scale and see what it looks like. Yeah, you gotta actually scrape out this flour gold on here, just like that other flour gold I had. It tended to want to stick to the pan. So I think we're good there. Let's crank up our old scale. Oh crap, where's my little... little 0.6 off, unless I put it right up on the edge, and then it measures out to 20 dead on. But it's got to be seated. It's got to be sitting like on the edge of the ring there. So all right, well, here we go. Some nice little chunky pieces there. There's a 0.5 gram. There's a 1.5 grams. 7, 8. Wow. 1.955 grams on this, and I have not gone through the tailings yet. When I did the last bag, it came out to exactly 2 grams after I went through my tailings, and that was also probably missing most of the super fine gold that was in there that I don't think I've gotten. I'm going to have to go back tonight and look at that video and see from the last time whenever I did this. But yeah, 1.954. I think, what was it? I forget what we came out to the first time now. 956, 955, 1. All right. My phone cut out on me again, but so we were looking at our beautiful goldness. Whenever I bought this, it was going for $1,769 an ounce, or right at $57 a gram. So this is, like I said, I haven't gone through the tailings yet, but we're going to call this 2 grams. And so that right there is $114 off of a $70 bag of pay dirt, but I'd take off $10 for a 4-pound bag of dirt being shipped, so that makes it a $60 material cost on this, which again is just outrageous for the amount of gold. And you know, it's just beautiful stuff. And there's you can see some of our kind of our chunky long piece there. We got some little bit bigger flakes there. I've noticed that's why a lot of times his gold will have these pieces that have a little bit of that brassy color to them amongst the golden color. Like that one's very brassy. You see it when the light hits it the right way. But a few little specks of black left in there, but then there's our little fork piece. But yeah, just amazing stuff. Very nice. I said I can't thank Mr. Charles enough for this bag and for this beautiful gold. And yeah, it's like 190% ROI on it's just incredible. So that will conclude our Chicken Miners 3-pound bag. And like I said, you know, it's not in stock, but he does have the regular gold that he is selling in the vials, and maybe pick up a little bit of that and get in contact with him from that and see if you can talk him into making you up a bag. You never know. So yeah, beautiful. And I just wanted to once again mention and thank everyone that's been ordering my new Bayou Gold Guy pay dirt. Spent 5 hours doing 6 labels the other night. But if you'd like some of this Chicken Miners pay dirt made up in a bottle with this tough blend, hit me up on my account. In the my email account in the description, and I can set you up. I've got 2 orders going out. I don't know if you noticed those labels are a little different. Can you guess? Can you guess who those 2 may be going to without saying? They've got a little, like I said, they're a little specific to the locations where they're going. But yeah, that's We could do that. You could have the chicken miner experience. So I just wanted to throw that in. Thank you once again, and everyone have a good one. So, all right, again, that was just a wonderful bag of pay dirt and material and gold. Thank you again so much to Mr. Charles Hammond for providing that for us. So check out pina colada time. And just a reminder for next week, the bags came in. If y'all recognize the shiny there, you know that is from LXR. And so we've got some bags. Marty has some cool stuff showing through it. So I'm going to be doing one of these. And I already said I'll be giving one away. I'm saying, well, man, I don't want to give either one of these away. It's got some really cool gems and stuff in here, little color things. But I already committed. So live chat giveaway will be for one of these bags of LXR pay dirt, and we'll be doing one of them for our panning. So I guess that will pretty much wrap up this episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and I thank you so much for joining me, liking, subscribing, commenting. We've hit 5,500 views a week now. I mean, a month now, every 28 days. And we just broke 300. I think we're up to like 311 subscribers now. If YouTube doesn't pull them again. So again, I'm just just awed that many people tune in to watch the channel. And again, thank you so much. Plus y'all everybody that's been sending me stuff, and just very generous, and really appreciate that. And I'll try to take care of everybody back. So until the next time, I guess this will do us for today. So take care and peace out, my friends. See if I'm forgetting something. We'll get it next time.